Yeah, welcome to a new podcast from Physio Global. My name is Melvin, physiotherapist, manual therapist, and the host of today. Today we're going to talk about pain science in motion, the future of pain research in Brussels. And this episode we're going to be with two guest speakers. First of all, I would like to introduce our guest speakers and give them the space to tell who they are and what they are going to do with this Congress.
Thank you, Melvin, for this introduction. So Eva and I are both postdocs in the Pain in Motion research group at the Vrije Universiteit Brussel in Belgium and members of the Pain in Motion International Research Consortium. And we each completed a PhD in pain science. And this year we serve as the conference chairs. I chair the scientific committee, so I'm overseeing the scientific program, and Eva chairs the local organizing committee.
Yes, that's right. With the local committee, we are especially planning the conference at the University of Brussels this year. So we are in charge of all the local stuff and planning there.
Yeah, we're from Physio Global are very pleased to be to do a collaboration for this podcast and future episodes as well for the Congress and getting a spot for everybody who is interested on this Congress. So thanks first of all for this one. And the first question is going to be, why is this Congress so important?
Yes, so the Pain Science in Motion Congress is a conference that is different to other pain conferences. So what is so special to the Pain Science in Motion conference is that it's a pain conference focusing on young pain researchers. So we open the floor for oral presentations, whether it is oral in front of a big audience or with a poster presentation. Young researchers really get a chance to have the floor to them and to present their work. And another big difference to other pain research or pain conferences is that it's also focused on research methodologies, because we are working or giving the floor to the young researchers. And we mainly focus on how pain research is conducted and how we can do it in the best way possible. And what makes it also very interesting is that we have a very big audience that is very interdisciplinary. And we also have clinicians, for example, in the audience that can give their feedback on research methodologies or methods used during research, for example. Something more?
No, I guess it's, as you say, that young researchers get the chance to speak and to get feedback on what they're doing. So they also have a chance to just submit a research protocol, for example, and just receive feedback on that protocol, while at other big pain conferences, you can mostly only submit an abstract and you have results already to present. So this is very nice, and also gives a chance to first or second year PhD students or even master students to present something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and maybe one more thing that I'm thinking of is, we are also inviting very interesting and expertized keynotes within the field of pain, and we are also planning a lot of social activities and networking moments where they can network with experts in the field and also with each other. So I think that makes it also very nice.
So it's a very inspiring spot, right, for research to be at. There was a history as well for the Pain in Motion congresses in the past. I saw Las Vegas, for example. Can you both talk a little bit about the history of the Congress organization in the past?
Oh yeah, so the very first conference, I think it's now 10 years ago, was in Brussels.
Okay.
It's kind of a a cycle that can be not closed now, but it's nice that 1 decade later we are again in Brussels. And then we've had several editions, for example, in Maastricht, for example, in Las Vegas. Normally we do it every 2 years, but with the COVID pandemic in between, we had a little bit of a stretch there. So we've had many wonderful locations. Las Vegas was a unique location. But I guess it's very nice that we are back in Brussels and that it's the chance or like a nice chance for the 3 universities that are collaborating in the Pain Science in Motion International Research Consortium to organize this conference edition together.
Yeah, so it's a very special one, this, right? With the beginning and now back then, after some years, getting back to Brussels. If you're taking it to the next step for our colleagues within the clinical practice, what's the main role for the early researchers for the clinical practice? Why is it relevant?
I think for the clinical practice, it's very relevant to be at a conference because, you will see and hear all upcoming research, so all new research conducted by an international group of researchers, and they will present their work there, which is very innovative compared to other research at other conferences. And then as a clinician, it's also very nice to be there because you can also involve in discussions after presentations and give feedback on the research methodologies used. And they can even shape their research in the future during their academic journey, and they can even adapt their protocols, for example, adapt their research methodologies if the research isn't published yet, and that makes that research can be even more implementable in the future, which is what we are aiming for, I think, as researchers in the end.
And maybe in line with this question, I can already tell a little bit more about the program, because we will start with 1 day of pre-conference courses. This year we have 3 very interesting pre-conference courses. One is about effective communication and cultural competence in managing non-specific musculoskeletal pain. One is about physical activity, intensity and recovery in chronic pain, from mechanisms to practice. And one is about pain science education as a versatile intervention. So these 3 pre-conference courses are really hands-on courses, really interesting for clinicians because they will get to learn new tools, new treatments that they can directly apply into clinical practice. And then this day of pre-conference courses is followed by 2 days of the conference, which will be filled by keynote talks, meet the expert sessions with these keynote speakers, and then oral and poster presentations by young researchers.
Right. So for my view, there's a central spot, right? It's a social hub as well to share knowledge with each other on this moment. And the format with the pre-conference, is that one just like in a loop? Is it always every conference like this, or is it a unique setup?
Yes, it's always like this, but it varies a little bit per edition between a pre-conference day or a post-conference day. This year's day is before the actual conference, or pre-conference course day. And normally we have about 2 parallel courses. This year we have 3 parallel courses, full day courses, by the way. So very interesting, very nice to have a discussion, have many interactions between clinicians and between researchers on hands-on stuff to apply immediately in clinical practice.
All right. Eva, do you want to add some information on this one as well with Emma on the program?
Not yet. Maybe that something will pop on in
Yeah. All right. So it's a multiple days, right? With the pre-conference on the first day I saw, and then on Friday and Saturday the other days with the congress. There are some interesting names as well on the keynotes, like Lorimer Mosley, a very big name within the pain science. So for me as well. Can you talk about a little bit the other keynotes?
Absolutely. So yes, we have 4 very interesting keynotes talks that will be given during the conference. We have first Michel Mertens, who is a postdoc at Antwerp University, and he will talk about rethinking musculoskeletal pain from a systemic perspective. Then we have 2 speakers from the UK. First, Carol Clark. She's from Bournemouth University, and she will talk about women's health in the context of pain. And then we have Colette Rydell from King's College London, and she will talk about advances in nerve-related musculoskeletal pain. And as you started, we have also Lorimer Mosley coming from the University of South Australia, and he will discuss his work on extending modern pain science to other chronic overprotective disorders like post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, this sounds like a very interesting program and the keynotes as well. And I think personally, the one with Clark for the woman specific one is very hot topic. I think the last year. So gen specific research needs to be scaled up, and I think it's good to take that one as well for the program.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And what are your expectations for this Congress? What do you want to achieve? When it's successful?
Well, I think when first of all many new insights. I think that's the main focus, of course. But I think making new connections for future collaborations, making research more capable of being implemented in clinical practice because of the feedback we receive from clinicians is also very important for us. So I think all the discussions within this interdisciplinary character or context is really important. So I guess if we see many discussions happening between different profiles of our attendees, I think we're having a successful edition of Pain Science in Motion. And personally, I'm very much looking forward to the keynote talk of Carol Clark as well, because I think it's a bit out of the box, a bit new, innovative in pain science. So very much looking forward to that one.
Yeah, and maybe if I can add on that is I think the edition will be successful if we see that young researchers feel comfortable to present their work because at bigger conferences it's quite difficult to have oral presentations. So it will, I think for most of them, be the first time that they will be able to present their work orally. And if we feel that they are confident, they are in a positive atmosphere, they are engaging in discussions, I think that will be one of the boxes that we are aiming for to tick off.
Yeah, so to be clear, it's all about creating a spot for the early researchers as well, and that they can achieve some personal achievements for this one to grow for even bigger spots in the future. Yes. And to implement the knowledge from this Congress to the clinical practice as well is a main thing I'm hearing right now. So it's for us as a Physio Global, it's an important one to do as well, to shorten the gap between the clinical practice and research. Yeah. All right, we're getting at the final stage of the podcast. We talked about some different things. Is there anything you want to share as well with our listeners, which is important to focus on as well?
I'm thinking of 2 things.
Yeah.
First of all, I think we can mention that we have a very nice social activity being organized because we're getting a tour and a dinner at the Atomium. You of course have to register for this social event, but it will be very nice. I'm a Belgian and I never had a tour in the Atomium, and I think lots of us or many of us didn't have it. So it's a very nice opportunity to again connect, but also to see a bit more about the Atomium.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Eva?
Yeah, it's the same for me. So I'm also looking forward to that.
Same message.
Yeah, we organized it ourselves with a local committee, and we are even very excited ourselves for it. And then maybe one more thing, I think it's also nice because young researchers are able to get an award at the conference. So we selected the best abstracts within the scientific committee, and the best abstracts will also be
anonymously reviewed and juried by several jury members.
Yeah, nice. And is there a call to action for the listeners who are watching this episode or listening to it?
I think it's important to go on our website. It's www.painscienceinomotion.com and to see the program, to see all the pre-conference courses that we are planning to do in May, at the end of May in Brussels. And
the scientific program will be launched on the website very soon. It's being finalized at this very moment. So just
and see,
go on the website and register, I would say.
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, for all the colleagues who are listening right now and missed the moment of the website, we're adding this one up in the show notes of the podcast, so you can read them back as well on that spot. If you want to know more about other episodes from Physio Global, you can visit our website as well, www.physioglobal.nl. And Michel Metterns, the keynote, we already did an episode some years ago. So if you want to listen more about him, it's possible. I would like to thank you both for to take the role as a guest speaker on this episode from the podcast. You already got some experience one episode before, so this will be the second one for you both. So thank you for sharing us the information about the Congress. I'm very excited to be there as well, physical. So as an add-on on this one, it's also important to know that we would like to thank the Pain in Motion group as well for to do this collaboration for the episode and maybe some next episodes as well after today. So watch the channels. And I would like to thank the VUB, the Vrije Universiteit van Brussel, the Vrije University of Brussels, for getting the location of the record of today. So. Thank you for listening for this episode, and till the next one.
Thank you for the podcast, and I hope to see you all at Pain Science in Motion in Brussels.
Yes, see you there.